Hello and welcome to Simply Explained English, where we explain some words in a simple and funny way. I'm Lisa, and this is my co-host, Eric.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about shopping, one of my favorite topics.
Mine too, Eric. Shopping is fun, but it can also be challenging sometimes. There are many words and phrases that we need to know when we go shopping, especially in English.
That's right, Lisa. So today, we're going to explain some words and give you some examples of how to use them in real situations. Are you ready, Lisa?
Yes, I'm ready, Eric. Let's start with the first word. Debt. Do you know what debt means, Eric?
Debt. Yes, I do, Lisa. Debt is the money that you owe to someone else, usually a bank or a credit card company. For example, if you buy something with your credit card, you have to pay back the money later. That's your debt.
Exactly, Eric. Debt can be a big problem for some people, especially if they spend more than they earn. If you have too much debt, you might have trouble paying your bills or saving money for the future.
That's true, Lisa. So it's important to be careful with your spending and avoid getting into too much debt. Let's listen to an example dialogue of two friends who are talking about debt.
Hey, Sarah, do you want to go shopping with me this weekend? There's a big sale at the mall.
Sorry, Anna, I can't. I have too much debt. I need to pay off my credit card bills first.
That was a good example. Sarah is in debt. It must be a tough situation for her.
Yes, Lisa, she is. Debt can be very stressful and harmful to your financial health. So, dear watchers, remember to be careful with your spending and avoid getting into too much debt. And if you do have some debt, try to pay it off as soon as possible.
That's right, Eric. We should all be careful not to get into too much debt.
Well, let's move on to the next word. To charge. To charge means to ask someone to pay a certain amount of money for something. For example, if you go to a restaurant, they will charge you for the food and drinks that you order. Or if you take a taxi, they will charge you for the distance that you travel.
Yes, Eric? After the explanation, let's listen to an example dialogue between two customers who are talking about the prices at a store.
Wow, look at this jacket. It's very nice and stylish.
Yes, it is, Rose, but it's also very expensive. They charge $200 for it.
$200? That's too much. I can't afford that.
Me neither, Rose. Maybe we should look for something cheaper.
Yeah, good idea, Alice. Let's go to another store. Maybe they'll charge less.
It was a good example, Lisa. Did you notice how Rose and Alice used the word charge in their conversation?
Yes, I did, Eric. They used it to talk about the price the store asked for the jacket. They think the store charges too much for it.
That's right, Lisa. And Rose said that she can't afford that. That means he doesn't have enough money to buy the jacket.
Yes, I noticed that, Eric. That's another important word we need to know when we go shopping. To afford. Please explain it, Eric.
To afford means to have enough money to buy or do something. For example, if you have a lot of savings, you can afford to buy a car or a house. Or, if you have a good salary, you can afford to travel or eat out.
Exactly, Eric. To afford can also mean to have enough time or energy to do something. For example, if you have a busy schedule, you might not be able to afford to waste time. Or if you have a lot of work, you can't afford to waste any time.
Yes, Lisa. To afford can have different meanings depending on the context. Let's listen to an example dialogue between two friends who are talking about their plans for the weekend.
Hey, Tom, do you want to go to the movies with me this weekend? There's a new action movie I want to see.
Sorry, Jack, I can't. I can't afford to go to the movies right now.
Why not, Tom? Don't you have enough money?
Well, yes, I do, Jack. but I also have a lot of homework and projects to do. I can't afford to spend time on entertainment. I need to focus on my studies.
Oh, I see, Tom. That's too bad. Maybe next time then.
Yeah, maybe next time, Jack. Thanks for inviting me, though.
Did you notice how Tom used the word to afford in his conversation with Jack?
Yes, I did, Lisa. He used it to talk about his time, not his money. He can't afford to go to the movies because he doesn't have enough time to do it. He has other priorities. By the way, Lisa, do you want to go to the movies with me?
Sure, Eric, I'd love to, but only if we can find a movie that we can both afford to watch.
What do you mean, Lisa?
Well, some movies are more expensive than others. They charge different prices depending on the movie, the time, and the theater.
Oh, I see, Lisa. Well, in that case, maybe we should look for a discount. Do you know what a discount means, Lisa?
Yes, I do, Eric. A discount means a reduction in the price of something. For example, if a movie ticket normally costs $10, but they give you a 50% discount, you only have to pay $5. That's a good deal, right?
Yes, Lisa. A discount can help you save money and buy more things.
Yup. A discount can take different forms depending on the situation. Let's listen to the example dialogue of two shoppers who are looking for discounts at a store.
Look at this dress, Jane. It's so beautiful and elegant.
Yes, it is, Mary. But they charge $500 for it. It's too expensive.
$500? That's too much. I didn't see the label. I can't afford that.
We should look for something cheaper.
Yeah, let's go to the clearance section. Maybe they have some discounts there.
Let's go.
That was a good example, Lisa. Did you notice they used both discount and to afford that we have learned just before?
Yes, I did, Eric. They said that they couldn't afford the dress. It shows they don't have enough money to buy it.
Yes, Lisa. Thank you for explaining afford again.
It was a pleasure for me, Eric. And that's all for today's podcast. Thank you for listening to the Simply Explained podcast. We hope you learned something new and had some fun.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next video with more words to explain. Until then, stay curious and stay happy.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.